We're on air.
Give 1 second. I'll let you know once we're up. All right, we're up now.
All right, guys. Welcome back to another Moon Piece chapter review of One Piece. Today we are reviewing chapter 1125 titled What Death Means. Here we are coming back from a 2 week break. Super excited to be here again. Corey, how you feeling?
It's lit, bro. It's so lit.
I've
It's so
been
lit.
really excited.
Oops, audio. Can hear the audio in the background.
Got to make sure it's going.
Yeah, but nah, man. I'm in. This was one of them ones, man. It's very great. We usually gas it up. Sometimes as One Piece fans, we tend to be over glazers, be like peak, peak, peak. But it's very rare to really experience peak in real time these days.
Yeah, it's just so much that's going on that literally has nothing to do with the Straw Hats, and it's just so hype.
Yeah.
So coming back from a 2 week break, especially with the last two chapters that were just like a bunch of like recap chapters, to get a chapter like this, mm, it's like we've been eating nothing but chicken and rice for a week, and now we're eating pizza.
I don't know if that's a big delta.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah. I'm here for it. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. We definitely got a lot of thoughts, a lot of theorizing. The group chat was active this week, more active than it's ever been in a while. Granted, we got a new member part of the Yonko group chat. So
Yes, happy to see it.
let's get the
Let's get
housekeeping out of the way. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell, get notified for more content that we put out. Make sure you check us out on all socials. Moon Piece Pod, Moon Piece Podcast on Instagram, the TikToks. We don't post on Twitter, but it exists.
it's there.
It's
Well,
there.
Kimmy should be on that since that's her bag.
Honestly, she should, but ADHD mommy, right?
Yeah. All right.
So, without further ado, Danny, start us off.
Let's get in again. We're starting off with the title page, chapter 1125, What Death Means. Ogre Child Yamato, Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 13. The Rebuilding of Odin Castle and for Men Minatomo's Disappearance. So I guess that guy that Frankie was working under, the guy with nails in his nose, is like missing.
Yeah, the
Huh.
dude that has the brother in the East Blue from the other cover stories and things like that. So he's a little twinsies, but at least
But happy. No, you go.
what you said?
No, I'm just gonna say happy that they're building Odin's castle after it got fucking burned to the ground by Kaido.
Yeah, it's nice to see. That shit got it was already burnt to the ground before during the Kaido backstory, but then he fucking put a hole in the
No,
ground
yeah.
when he thought that they was there, even though they were actually there. Thank God for Shinobu for doing the fruit to get them down, but at least Yamato's making some headway.
Can't wait to see her finish this pilgrimage.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
this is in the Kuri region, I believe. So making some progress. Not sure why Mina people just getting kidnapped or they're just missing because this is an ongoing theme right now. There's a raging kidnapper, like there's a raging serial guy in Brooklyn.
maybe it's I don't know, maybe it's like King, Queen, or maybe Jack's still alive and he's taking revenge on the people of Wano.
No, you being too ambitious now. Them guys are cooked.
Uh, yeah, you're right. All
All
right,
right.
getting into page two. Here we're getting a radio transmission. Get the Seraphim to the ships after they're charged up. As for the Sea Beast weapons and PX 35, oh, Rob Lucci, Kaku. And wait, where's Stussy? Dot, dot, dot. Rob Lucci, I killed her. What?
Nani?
Which is very different from the early translations
Yeah,
because then there he said that she was killed in action, but
yeah,
here he's taking the responsibility like I killed her.
yeah. Which is
So he
like,
definitely knows.
yeah, like now we know. Like if it wasn't confirmed before, the boy is lying. The
Yeah.
boy's a liar.
Yeah, because before Kaku could have told him, like, yo, I saw her get snuffed by this one guy before out of nowhere, man. You should have been there. You would have been so happy. But
Yeah,
no, now Kaku was definitely honest with him. And I mean, he looks annoyed that he's saying it. He probably hates that he has to say this lie. He's probably doing it for Kaku.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Lucci has shown a lot of growth, I think, in this arc overall. Same, I mean, I don't want to say Sakazuki showed a lot of growth, but even last chapter we saw a little moment with Sakazuki, and then Borsellino's growth as well, or at least just like the exposition giving Borsellino more depth. But Lucci has shown to be human.
Yeah. I
So
love
I
that
know,
pigeon on his shoulder too, though. That's just hilarious.
yeah, I know people prefer Lucci to be a stone cold killer, but I'm always okay with death, man. These are the
Yeah,
moments you don't get in mangas that are too fast paced. You know what I mean?
for sure, for sure. Especially because this is like what 600 chapters later, and he's getting development now, like 15 years later in real time.
All you need is one panel, man. That's all I'll be saying, bro. You just need a moment or three. Like, just take the time. And this is not even a lot of time. Just
No,
one word was said, and you get like a whole wraparound. Like, oh, okay, Lucci.
like I don't ever think he even got a full chapter this whole arc. He's been getting like parts of chapters, panels, and just great moments. But
Yeah.
yeah. So it's just a bunch of series of events leading to this. All right, you got the next 2 pages.
Nah, this is you still on the same page, bro.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Here we are with Saturn saying, "We are now in possession of what we came for. York, Punk Records, the power plant. With these three, we gain the mother flame, a fire that never goes out. For the present moment, this is acceptable. However, we are sorry, sir. There were 9 of us vice admirals executing a buster call, and yet we still allowed the Straw Hat crew and Jewelry Bonnie to escape the island alive. We will head straight to Elbaf after them. Oh no, we will head straight after them to Elbaf."
I mean, Saturn sees this as an absolute win, or a win at least.
He's doing his best to make it seem that way.
Yeah. But these vice admirals, boy, talk about anybody who signed up for the admiral agenda, your stocks is looking bad right now.
Yeah, man. 9 of them, and you guys couldn't capture a single person?
Bro, they couldn't even be Frankie.
Yeah. And let's be honest, Bonnie, as OP as her fruit is, she's still a 10-year-old girl.
Yeah.
You all have devil fruit. Not all of them, but like a lot of them do.
What are they like? How many vice admirals are there? 13? Or am I
Couldn't
making
tell
that
you.
amount up? I want to say it's like 13. So like they're not even missing that many of them, bro. They had a whole 9. There were like 9 people. I mean, not including Luffy on the Straw Hat crew. They was just fodder.
Yeah. I mean, especially when you consider Garp as one of the vice admirals too.
He don't count.
Yeah,
You know he don't count. He's just the
yeah,
dude that didn't
yeah.
want to get promoted.
Yeah.
But they playing themselves talking about we'll send straight to Elbaf.
To do what?
They're gonna end up like Hachinosu.
Yeah, man. They're gonna end up washed up. And that's like, even if you guys were just going up for the Straw Hats, like you still have to take into account that that's Shanks' territory. So at this point, you're going after 2 Yonko. Go get a training arc done real quick.
Go
All
get a
right,
training arc. They need a time skip.
for sure, because these guys they're not stacking up.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's go to this next page. Oof. Nice. I got a nice one.
Yeah, you do.
Don't bother with Elbaf. If there was any failure here to blame this on, it was the colossal failure to envision Vegapunk's broadcast message. And not only did we fail to stop that message, there is the bitter irony that the pirates' escape was aided by none other than that Iron Giant. And then we cut to about 200 years ago, which Saturn was alive 200 years ago, looking the same. So it's one thing that we knew that he looked the same during God Valley. This is another thing that he looks the exact same 200 years ago. So, but St. Saturn, we've been ordered to dispose of that thing. If anyone finds out, I'll protect you. Research it. Huh? That giant represents the future. It will prove very useful to the military one day. Thank you, my lord. We're endlessly fascinated with it. For 200 years, it never budged an inch. Until now, when it clearly moved to protect Straw Hat Luffy. St. Saturn, I ask you this as a soldier in service to the government. If you consider that a failure, then would that suggest that Vegapunk's statement was true? You see Saturn with the lines under. He got the Attack on Titan lines under his eyes. Bro is shook. And then Doberman loses his whole kufi. Vice Admiral Doberman!
Yo, man got knocked out.
Bro, I can't tell if he got hit with hockey or if he just got hit. Like, I couldn't tell if he got his head shot off. Like, I'm like, yo, bro, it's cooked.
Wasn't it that the same move that Saturn was using against the Straw Hats in the beginning of their confrontation in this arc? It's
he
like
was
that
using
same.
it wasn't affecting them though, but I think he was using something similar to this.
Yeah, I mean, because we know spoilers that Saturn gets cooked this chapter, that kind of means that we won't get any clarification as to whether or not that was a devil fruit power, which kind of means that it's something else. You know, like it's not his devil fruit power that's doing this.
I beg to differ because you got to assume that whatever Saturn has going on, the same other planets have. So we'll figure out more from them. You know what I mean? It's all the same shit, at least
Sure,
in my
but it's
eyes.
not like it's not his like venomous spider powers that's doing this. It's probably some form of hockey, or yeah, maybe it's something that has to do with Emu and
Yes.
the powers that are bestowed upon them.
Yeah, but
Like demon powers, devil powers.
yeah, but Doberman, my nigga, sometimes you just need to shut up.
Just shut the come on, man. You ask stupid questions, you get stupid answers, and this is what happens.
Well, no, you say you win stupid prizes. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Yeah. Like look at the amount of scars that this man has on his face alone. Like he's old. He's been in the game for a minute. Yeah. He's one of the guys that believes in absolute justice, just like Akainu. Like, come on, you know what happens when you ask these kinds of questions, bro.
Bro, he like everybody else knew to shut the fuck up. They was like, oof.
There were 8 other guys there.
Excuse me, teacher. Are we gonna get homework? Are you gonna check the homework?
Are
you gonna check the homework?
No. I'm very surprised that one of the other vice admirals even spoke up and was like, well, I mean, we're not gonna see it until the next thing, but they're like, you'll get a medic in here.
I mean, at least somebody said it, right? For plot purposes.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been too afraid to say anything because I would
have left the Marines, bro. I'm not. Psh. After that shit, I'm leaving.
Yeah,
I quit.
But yeah, to see that Saturn, like there were orders to dispose of Emeth, and he still chose to keep it around.
Yeah,
I mean, he's another one that played a stupid game and he won a stupid prize.
Facts.
It's really all his fault.
Word, bro left Emeth around for 200 years. Like he did that saying that shit. Like, it's crazy how that happened.
Yeah, right. Like after, let's say Vegapunk's what, like, how old is he? Like 70 years old. So that means, let's say roughly. So that means for 130 years, none of your brilliant scientists were able to do anything with it. And let's say Vegapunk had this thing for, let's say, more than 5 years, and you still haven't been able to do anything with it. Scrap it. That's it. It's not worth it anymore.
And he didn't listen.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing that he ordered them to do it, but he didn't listen. Like,
listen.
He was being he's being arrogant like a human, even though they think they're gods.
Silly baka.
Word. You want to get to the next pages?
Right, let's go. Get the medical team now, Vice Admiral. So yeah, there you go. They're getting Doberman help. Panel to Punk Records and a bunch of puff. Something's going on inside. We're cutting to inside the lab. You got York over here going, oh, what's this? Island clouds? Oh no. The clouds are multiplying. Has the cloud plant gone out of control? It's Edison, that rat bastard. He was supposed to be dead in the Fabrio phase. Oops, busted. And here we cut to York just holding that stance with that Barrett 50 cal, taking the no scope. Boom.
Not Oda zooming in on the cheeks though.
Yeah, Oda, you didn't need to do that, bro. I wasn't gonna say anything. It's for the figures.
It's for the figures. Nah, anybody who buys a York figure is a bozo.
Bro, there's gonna be a lot of people buying York figures. What are you talking about? People are out here buying. What's that girl's name from that Luffy headbutted all the time in Wano?
Oh, Ulti is different.
Ulti. How is Ulti different from York?
Ulti is completely different. Ulti's like, a baddie. Ulti's a baddie.
I've been seeing some comments online about York and
niggas is out here sipping for York. Nah, that's madman behavior.
I'm not saying simping, but maybe, I don't know, admiring.
Pass.
Anyway, Here we cut to an explosion in Punk Records, and then York's going, "Damn it, he tricked me." Well, there goes Punk Records. Ooh, and then you see Punk Records slowly floating into the sky.
You sound like Zoidberg just now.
Woo! So yeah, I mean, York's over here getting played. We're getting confirmation Edison's alive,
Yeah.
which
I
just
mean,
goes to prove that if you do not see it happen, they're alive. They're
facts.
alive.
You gotta always have a confirmed death in this series. But shout out to York for
Facts.
pulling the Call of Duty, Gears of War, Fortnite, whatever.
Didn't know what she had it in her.
Yeah, because there's a grenade launcher. It's like I thought she was sniping at first, but that's a whole grenade launcher, so she didn't even need that
That's
much
yeah, man.
aim.
She's yep, and she's tall too, so like she could handle like the recoil, everything.
Yeah,
She got the scope on there.
yeah, and
But
then,
yeah,
then
good shit on Edison.
then the island clouds. Obviously we'll see where it leads to, but whatever are they doing with the island clouds?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
let's
right,
get
let's
into
go
the
with the
next
next.
pages. Then we cut to Sacred
Oh
Marijois.
man, you got some great job.
Nah. You got the better one, bro. This shit, my shit. You like? I got like the. I'm gonna get blue balls at the end of mine's.
Oh, okay. True.
Sacred Marijois. What does this mean? Was Vegapunk's story true? Where is Akainu? How will he make good for his failure with Kuma? The world may sink under the sea, but that shouldn't matter to the Holy Land. It's not enough. Fudu. I requested beef for dinner, chef. What is this? What is this fish for? Forgive me, my lord. We've run out. I've never been so humiliated. Yo, it's a lot of heads getting bust open in this
Yeah,
chapter.
a lot. These celestial dragons are flipping out.
We have a serious food shortage. Would you believe that yesterday I was forced to forego one of my meals and a snack? What? It's a prisoner's diet. It's famine. We'll all starve. Put whoever's in charge of food to death. It's mismanagement if there's no punishment. The lower classes would think this laziness is acceptable. Bro, these celestial dragons, bro. Like, it's like, can you do nothing to demoralize their arrogance? Is it just impossible?
Dude, and just the
Besides
way Oda
a few
draws them.
exceptions, right? Like Charlos and shit. Not Charlos. I'm thinking about Charlos or
Uh,
Miosgard. Miosgard, there
Mule's
we
guard.
go.
Yeah. Charlos was the guy that Luffy rocked.
Charlos is the dude that also got rocked in this anime episode this past week.
Oh, they just showed that?
That was the same. Did you not watch this episode?
No, I didn't.
Did you watch the clip I said with Emu?
Yeah, I watched that.
I knew you. See that clip. I sent that to the chat for you, but I was like, bro's not gonna want to watch the episode. I'm just gonna send the clip.
I didn't watch the episode.
Yeah, Leo and Sai pounced on Charlos last episode. And bro was looking
Okay.
he was looking like pot of greed, down bad. But it's good to see that the Revolutionary Army's efforts to like mess with the food supply was not, it wasn't for nothing.
Yeah. I mean, they're really throwing a tantrum, and to see them like sweating, fighting over a freaking snack.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna tell you something. Garling's not gonna put up with this shit. I feel like he's gonna be like, listen, I know you're celestial dragons. I'm a celestial dragon, and I'm telling you guys to chill fuck out.
nah, I feel like he got better fish to fry. I feel like he'll let them just cannibalize each other.
But like, look at what they're saying. They're like, "Where's Akainu? How is he gonna atone for this?" They're trying to find whoever's like in charge of managing the food. Like they're trying to like get people killed and
Yeah,
hold people accountable. And I just feel like Garling and the other elders are gonna be like, "Guys, shut the fuck up."
I don't think so. I think otherwise. I don't think that because you got to think about how savage, like for the most part, Emu and the five elders who now like, well, we'll see what happens here. Are in regards to considering people because they don't really see themselves on the same level as celestial dragons either. So
Yeah,
I see them going with the approach of we got other shit to do, we got better shit to worry about. Let them fight amongst themselves because that would be the true. Like you want to see them kind of get more cannibalized. Like I feel like Oda would go more for that. Just like the same way we're gonna see people potentially fight for
cannibal.
resources down below. They can't focus
Mm,
on the celestial dragons right now. With like these people, they got other shit to worry about. That's
mm,
why they're blaming Akainu. They don't even think to worry about the elders. They're thinking about the Marines and shit like that.
yeah.
So when we cut to the chamber of power in Mary Joie, as your boy Garland walks into the room menacingly. What do you think you're doing here, Garling? I am here on important orders. This nigga's drip walking in,
So
the chest pumping out. Way better than his last fit. Because that last fit he had, gaga.
the one in God Valley.
Ga- well, no, the one he was wearing when we saw him at this age.
Oh, right,
Like
right,
he was
right.
just
When
had
he
like a
had
robe
killed
on or some shit.
Mulesguard, right?
Huh?
When he had killed Mulesguard.
Yes. That and
Okay.
the first time they showed him sitting down when he was old. Like he just had on like a cloak thing. Like a robe looking thing.
Yeah. Well, he got a promotion, so
Yeah. Now he gets to rock the suit. So he says, I always forget which one or which for some of these guys. So
that's Mercury.
Mercury,
Yeah,
what
Mercury.
orders from whom? Where's your power? Deference, girl, Garling. Know your place. Like these niggas is like not happy the way bro just strolling up into the room. They're like, what are you doing here?
Yo, who do you think you are?
Who do you
Not
think you
you're not like us, bro.
know your place? I'm gonna start telling know your place,
Literally.
bro.
Look,
Don't ever play yourself.
Luffy, what happened? Why are you barking? All right, let's cut right into the next one.
Alright.
Here we got Garland pulling off the shades like he's on Miami Vice, bro. Vegapunk York is henceforth my direct subordinate, and I assume the role of Godhead of Science and Defense. You mean thump as he takes his seat? The world will be thrown into chaos on a level we have never seen before. Let us do the utmost to improve it together, my fellow elders. Dong.
Clean. Clean.
Yo, the way this man
Clean.
just has that leg draped over the other one with his arms crossed.
Clean, son. I never seen such aura, such drip.
Yeah, man. He got the fresh cut right before he showed up here. He looks honestly. I didn't know how I felt about his haircut in the beginning when he was first introduced, but now the more I see it, I'm like, that's pretty
Bro,
cool.
it's the suit, bro.
You think?
It's the suit. I'm telling you, I thought bro looked doofy before. Even when he had like his knight's like outfit on when he was younger during the God Valley flashback, cool, fine. But like when he had that robe on, I know you can't remember the cloak, but if you look up like, if you Google his name and like you see the older picture, you're like, nah, that shit was not it. And it looked worse with the hairdo. But
Mm-hmm.
now
It's working for him.
it's working for him.
He looks like a boss in like Final Fantasy or something.
Facts.
Next, we cut to Future Island Egghead. Saint Saturn! Ah! What's the matter, Saint Saturn? Hurry, get the
Get
medical team
down!
now.
Get to the chopper!
That's what I was going for. Saint Saturn, what's happening to him? This is an emergency. Nothing must happen to the highest authority in the world. Ah! Is he sick with something? What do you need, Saint Saturn? Oof. So here we go. Saint Saturn. It's looking like demon smoke is. I don't know. You never watched Supernatural, right?
Nah.
So in Supernatural, obviously, like it revolves around the Winchester brothers hunting demons, right? So demons, when they're not in a host body, they exist as black smoke. That's like their whole thing. So like when they go to possess somebody, it's like it looks like a bunch of black smoke going into their mouth. And so seeing this is really giving me like supernatural demon vibes. Because like all of that shit is like leaking out of him.
Yeah, he's getting cooked right now. Like, and well-deserved L.
Yeah.
An OD
Yeah.
well-deserved L. Then once again, the Vice Admiral's fucking useless. I mean, granted, not that they should know what to do, but like, useless.
Yep. They literally can't do anything.
Facts. All right. Ooh, now I get the good chapter. I mean, the
Yes,
good pages.
sir.
is you literally see bro just like getting wrinkled and wrinkled. More black smoke come from him. Have I been? And then all the vice admirals are just like confused with the nani? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Great Emu. Cut to Emu talking. Saturn, why did you allow Joy Boy to escape? Mercy, please. I did not know those powers were so nebulous. Emu. Now you kind of see like that first, what almost looks like a silhouette from like when we kind of first saw them. That black kind of smoky, liquid, gooey kind of feeling that you see here.
Mm-hmm.
And then he screams, great. And then all the vice admirals getting blown away. And then his body just dropped. Just skull and bone. Yo!
Nice callback.
See what I did there? And then I don't know what vice admiral this is. They said bones, and you just hear a rattle. Son,
Dude.
Oda, can we clap it up for Oda for showing his first real gruesome death? Like, can we clap it up for the guy? Like, bro, don't do this.
Yeah, I guess this is a pretty this is pretty. He's getting mummified in front of everybody. Like, these vice admirals have been to war and all of them are shook. They don't know what's going on.
Well, we ain't never seen, like, all right, cool. We got the Will of P. You got your boy Pell. You know, he had his little bomb going off moment in Alabasta, right? Ace's death, pretty fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Hole in the chest, donuts for Katakuri.
What, Whitebeard in the manga?
Whitebeard in the manga,
Face.
way done, well done more than the anime. The anime don't really put the sauce on it, but like, bro, you know, he went out like a G at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pedro, whatever. I mean, not whatever. Some people
up.
like Pedro. I don't want to shit on Pedro, but like,
He's all right.
you know, wait, we say he's all right. He's not alive.
No, I'm just saying, like, he's, like you say, a lot of people like Pedro. I'm just saying, like, he's all right.
Yeah. But his death was like nothing like crazy on the screen because they didn't really show too much. It was just an explosion for the most part. And then Orochi might be close because he suffered a little bit.
Set on fire and then his head got cut off, right?
Yeah, so he suffered a little bit, but that dragged out for so long. But this, Oda got straight to business.
Yeah. Do you think that in that second page on the top, those are like hockey sparks?
So I thought that those were hockey sparks. I thought that perhaps maybe Emu sent a hockey blast all the way straight there. Because Emu was able to feel Joy Boy's hockey from Mary Joie, which makes me think that perhaps Emu can also send hockey straight there. Or it could just be, you know, a result of an explosion or a hockey explosion from bro losing his powers completely. But you could tell Emu definitely granted these powers to bro and took them back.
Yeah, or granted immortality. Maybe not the devil fruit powers, but immortality. And this is what happens.
Maybe it has something to do with Emu's devil fruit, though. So that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I'm thinking not only with the devil fruit he was able to grant powers, but also, yes, the immortality as well. Because based on, you know, the most recent episode of the anime, because if you guys haven't watched the most recent episode of the anime that came out, I think this anime episode 1118, I want to say, which is funny because the manga goes on enough breaks, the anime episodes are going to be higher than the manga chapters.
And that's going to really... so weird.
It's going to really cause some confusion for us. Like, Oda just needs to go on, like, which you know he will, right? Like, another 5 or 6 breaks, and unless like the anime goes into a bunch of SP episodes, which is those recap things, like it's inevitable that we're gonna have a higher anime episode count than chapter count, and then we're gonna really be confused.
Yeah, I don't know if it's ever been like that before.
I mean, of course not. It's no way in hell, right? This is we're entering a new frontier. But based on that episode, like watching it and seeing Emu's entrance and us finally getting to hear Emu's voice for the first time and kind of getting a better look at the character in the anime, I'm riding with this theory, and I think I said it to the chat, but I just want to say it on camera. I think, well, it's probably not much of a theory. I feel like anybody thinks it already, but I think for sure Emu is definitely Lily now.
Really?
Like, I definitely think Emu is Lily, but not in the way we think it is. So
Oh yeah.
I think it's because one, when you see Emu grab the throne in the anime, the hands very small, right?
Yeah.
That's not like a
Dainty.
very dainty hands. And call it what it is. We know Oda's character designs. Like we know that men can have small hands too, guys. Like we're not fucking idiots, but this is still One Piece. This is still a manga that's drawn by a guy, and we know the consistency of how he draws characters. Yeah, those look like female hands, right? And at the same time, when they finally played the voice over, yes, it was like what's the word I want to use? Like it was altered for the most part. Like it was changed
Auto
around,
tunes.
auto tune or whatever, like some type of distorted. It was distorted. There we go. That's the word I wanted to look for. But it still sounded like a feminine voice that was being distorted, and at least in my for my ears, right? I know everybody's
Hmm.
ears work differently, and that led me to believe. Also, while watching the anime, kind of seeing how hearing the tone in which Emu responded while saying Lily when Cobra, who is another person who just doesn't know when to shut the fuck up like Doberman, uh, the way they said Lily sounded like a, huh, like Lily. Like I haven't heard that in a while, like that name in a while type of thing. Which is kind of different. It gives more context. This is why I always think, even though I know you not a fan, you should really watch the anime weekly because it just refreshes you and gives you better context for reading. It's made me
Right.
smarter the whole time, and consuming something pause that I haven't read in about a year, and it refreshing me helps me keep up, like my mind more fresh and thinking of new ideas once the anime come out with stuff. I think it is the better way to go about it. I know so many people are just against it. Like I'm not watching the anime, I only watch the good episodes. But me personally, if you want to become more educated and more, your brain move more to the series, it doesn't hurt to consume One Piece twice a week, right? As opposed to once a week or once every 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah, I get that.
But in that moment, based on how Emu responded with the like the I haven't heard that name in a while, and then hearing the voice, it makes me think, okay, this character's obviously immortal. This may not have anything to do with the devil fruit, but the one way that we know about immortality in this series is through lost devil fruit. And
Hmm.
Doflamingo being the one to tell us that, who's connected to the celestial dragons and knowing about it, makes it like he knows that Emu exists and is immortal because of that, and he was seeking the same thing, so that perhaps maybe he could take down Emu.
Hmm.
But in also utilizing Law's devil fruit, because you have to sacrifice yourself in order to use the user of the Opi Opi no Mi has to sacrifice himself in order
Hmm.
to use the immortality aspect of it. Before said immortality is used, that same user may have swapped maybe a beaten original Emu body or like a dying original Emu body who was obsessed with Lily into Lily's body, the same way that Law was able to do it in Punk Hazard.
Right.
Like like how Frankie was in Chopper's body, etc., Nami and Sanji, and
Yeah.
then once the person died, we've already shown that like because of what happened to Kinemon and Wano, that just because you put the body, like how how they put Kinemon's body back together, but he was never actually put together because Law never put him back together.
Right. Yeah.
Who's to say that the body swap doesn't stay permanent even after the user dies, right? Because the user would have to swap them back. Like if Law died in Punk Hazard, I'm pretty sure all those people, like Smoker and those people, would have been permanently swapped.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I get that.
I'm thinking it's Lily's body, but Emu, whoever Emu is, mind.
Mm.
So that's
Yeah, I
just
mean, if he, I'm just thinking like if he is in Lily's
let's
body,
just go with they.
why?
Let's go with
Yeah,
they.
if they are in Lily's body, why have like a whole portrait of Lily in that room and gawk at it day in and day out if you could just look in a mirror and be like, "Oh, look how fine I am."
Because it's still, we don't know if they don't do that.
Man, this is some sick
Like we don't know.
serial killer shit,
Yeah,
bro.
like we don't know if they don't do that. I mean, this is One Piece. Can't always put exact human. If you put human reason into everything, you'd break the series.
Yeah, I guess. I'm
So
just
like,
trying to think. Like, I mean, I'm sure there are going to be circumstances that are going to be revealed to us later that will prove or disprove that theory.
yeah.
But
I mean,
I'm
listen,
not
man.
like,
I already got to give up my dream of us not going to Elbaf theory. So,
oh yeah,
well,
yeah,
maybe we still don't know yet.
yeah. You really, yeah. I'm not putting my money down.
Thanks, thanks for the support. So let's
No.
get to the next pages.
Here we're cut into Punk Records, still
Oh,
floating into
let's give
this.
a full RIP to Saturn. Well deserved.
Oh
You
yeah,
deserved it after everything you did to
I
Kuma, you
forgot about
bitch
that.
ass nigga. You
Yeah,
bitch
no.
ass nigga. After everything you did to Kuma, Oda, after everything you wrote for
And
Kuma's
Bonnie,
backstory.
yeah, happy to see this. Yeah, and you know what? I'm glad that we're not gonna have to like see him again because like who was Bonnie really gonna fight him in the future? No, Kuma's done.
Yeah.
So like yeah, his story like wrapped up here. He fucked up. It's him taking accountability.
Yeah. And it also like well, at least the Emu being the one who's bestowing these guys this power that maybe keeps them immortal. Makes sense because like he's able to just cycle out five elders. We don't necessarily know how old the five elders are, so we don't know how many times the five elders have been sprinkled around, like or have been shifted around. Maybe it's never
Yeah.
happened before, but obviously he has no problem doing it by adding Garling, and maybe Garling's like transformation won't be turning into a spider, but something of his own choosing.
If he chooses to use a devil fruit.
Well, you keep thinking about devil fruit, but I'm trying to lean into what you're saying of it not being a devil fruit, but its power is bestowed upon them by Emu. Maybe Emu
Mm,
bestows upon him the same power, right? That these motherfuckers got, which is the age and this ability to transform into some other demonic being that they can all like summon each other if one, like, you know what I mean? Maybe that's
mm,
all Emu's power in a satellite type of way, like Vegapunk's.
okay.
So maybe he bestows, Garling with a different animal, right?
Hmm.
Not a spider, but I mean, it would be sick if he turned into a spider too. But like, it could be something else.
I hope it's something else.
Yeah. All right, let's get
All
to
right.
the next pages.
Yep. Here we got Punk Records still floating into the sky. We're starting off with Shaka going, so we weren't able to steal the Labo phase. And then here we got Atlas saying, damn it, York blocked us. And now we got Pythagoras going, our mental waves will reach anywhere, though. York still has access here. Edison saying, I know, but it's better than physically handing it over to her, right? Let's work together to manage this genius brain until the day humanity can wrangle it themselves. Shaka continuing, that will take 500 years. Did you make the island clouds the floating type? Of course, as far as the world knows, Vegapunk is dead. Now we can tour the globe at our leisure. Pythagoras saying, but we don't have funds or materials, so we can't invent or develop anything. Hey, that's what friends are for. And then you have Edison putting things together. Kashuk. There. How's that? Alice is laughing her ass off. You look so goofy. Shaka saying, I didn't know you admired my height so much. Edison yelling back at him, stuff it. Atlas saying, make sure you throw out the extra York parts. That's a good call. Leaves a bad impression. Hilarious. And then Edison over here on a little transponder snail. Hello, Witheria. This is Vegapunk. And then you have I don't know what that guy's name is, but the wizard that trained Nami and Witheria going, what do you want? I thought you were dead. So here we're getting confirmation that literally all of the Vegapunks are still alive, which just makes sense because they were all like AI programs, I guess.
The guy from Witheria name is Heratus or something like that.
Horatius.
Yeah.
Okay.
Haredas. Hairdas.
Herodotus. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how he starts it off with, what do you want? Yeah.
What, what do you want? I thought you were dead.
Seeing all the different body parts there, like it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, we already know that I know some people were upset in the fact that like they all weren't dead, but for the most part, we know how like the consciousness of at least the satellites, not the Stella itself, works. In regards to uploading to Punk Records and all that other stuff. and Edison is technically the only one who survived, whereas now like the consciousness is more just like, they're all communicating to Edison, and it seems like he's like just paying homage to them still being around by like changing his body parts around.
I really, yeah. I mean, I just want to know if they have so many different body parts for all of the different punks, why not just like make their bodies again? And I don't know if it's like a neuro chip that they need to put in uh
It's
to
probably a matter
the
of
body
resources.
parts.
They said they don't have the funds or materials, so they can't invent or develop anything. So these are just parts.
Yeah, but you figured they'd have like another fucking Elon Musk Neuralink chip lying everywhere if they have all these different body parts.
Yeah, but
Speaking of
Oda just
which,
answered you though.
what do you mean? Oh, with they don't have funds or materials?
That's literally like the answer to like why they're not doing anything else. Like essentially, it's just gonna be bro just walking around. He can't do nothing else.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
how I look at it. I feel like that's just the answer to be like, hey, they're not doing anything more than this because of that alone. I don't know what exactly they need to do all this other stuff,
Hmm.
but that's how I took it as just a this is why this is not the solution to develop. They probably have to redevelop everything like that to, maybe a chip or other things like, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They no longer have all their assistants and stuff like that. It's just Edison there.
Yeah. You know what? They probably don't have like the energy resource, like a
No,
battery or
they don't
something
have
to
the mother
power a
flame
new
anymore. Or
body.
is the
Yeah.
mother flame with them? No, they have.
No, no, no. I think that was in like a different part. I don't think it's in Punk Records.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
But it's
but
interesting because now the Egghead Island, well, at least the Punk Records, the Fabio Phase portion, will now float around the sky for 500 years in the future, which is essentially like
that's
what Zoe is.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like the whole Frankenpunk design. I think that's hilarious.
Ooh, speaking of Frank, how do you feel about the Frankie and Queen potential parentage?
Listen, unless I get confirmation, I'm not going to entertain it.
You're not entertaining that at all?
I mean, listen, if it turns out to be true, cool. But nah, not entertaining it.
I could see it though. Like I see the like similarities. Like we're talking about Frankie who dances around saying super, where
Hmm.
Queen is dancing around
Zuma, zuma,
Zuma
zuma,
Zuma
zuma.
Zuma. You know what I mean? And then the fact that they both do like body alterations to themselves. The
They're both
time,
cyborgs.
yeah, the whole
They're
cyborg thing, changing their body around.
they're both
Um,
horny.
they're both horny. They both no. Queen is a little different than Frankie. I don't really call Frankie horny. Frankie's just a perv. Um, he just likes dressing up crazy. Frankie don't. Frankie's not like Brooke and Sanji. He don't. You never see him really
I
simple a
think
girl.
no, but I think Queen. All right.
Queen was working around with a Komurosaki collection.
Yeah, yeah. He's
Like
definitely illicit.
he was heavy on it. You know what I mean? So that similarity. I mean, now I'm just reaching by saying they both wear glasses sometimes. You know what I mean? Um, and like, oh, the only reason why I think it may be true is because Oda does show that like who your parentage is and all that stuff doesn't really matter in this world.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
so
It
even if
never
it was
has.
the case, like it would have done nothing for Frankie's character really by him like knowing that Queen was his dad. The same thing like Zoro not knowing like Zoro knowing his parentage makes no difference.
Yeah, not to
Uh,
their goals, not to their current storyline.
yeah. So could be a thing. But it's interesting to see like, perhaps people will come across this island. Perhaps they will be the ones to, tell the Straw Hat story in 500 years. They're the ones that could potentially not make sure like a void century never happens again by it still floating around. And also the fact that like now we know like kind of maybe Vegapunk is the one that helped create with area as well, since they are an artificial, not an official Sky Island.
Mm. Yeah. So then, Haradia better sound a little bit more grateful to him.
Nah, I don't even care. But shout out to this funky freaking design of the Vegapunks.
Yeah.
All right. So we get to these last two pages. We cut to the Kamabaka Queendom. Ew. No. What's gonna happen? Are we gonna die? But I don't wanna. I choose life. I'll swim to live. So basically, in the history no one knows about, there was a massive war during the Void Century, and the use of ancient weapons during that war caused the world to sink 200 meters into the sea. And we see Koala and the other people from the other parts of the Revolutionary Army here. Whoever manages to seize the One Piece and become king of the pirates will have that power at their command once more. And we can't sit around waiting for that to happen. That's Bello Betty. A world sinking into the sea. And then you consider that the celestial dragons live at the world's highest elevation on the red line. Tequila Wolf, Vodka Wolf, Rum Wolf, Bourbon Wolf, all of those megastructures that they've had slaves constructing going back 700 years. Have we always known that there was more than Tequila Wolf where Robin was sent?
Zero clue.
Okay.
And are they all bridges?
So they're all bridges.
Tequila Wolf.
No, they're all bridges. They're all mega structures.
Yeah, but a mega structure could be anything.
I just assume they're all bridges. If they're not bridges, then what? They may be buildings, but like I don't see them. If it's trying to like, it seems like they're all like scattered across the globe, so I see them being bridges to connect.
Yeah, true. Maybe they're all just trying to connect to one major highway.
Yeah, because or at least connect to the red line at least. You know what I mean?
Oh,
well, that's true. That's what they're saying. Like the red line is the highest elevation, so they're all there. So this is trying to be at least that height to somehow connect to the red line. They're probably, since it's 4 of these structures, they're probably scattered across the 4 different seas.
Yeah, that's true.
So then we've got Karasu here. All of these things now hold a new meaning. He just had to go and say it. Oh no. Then we cut to punk ass dragon looking east. The problem, Vegapunk, is that not everyone who believes your warning is going to prepare for this looming disaster peacefully. Doom, east again. This demands a swift resolution, because it won't be long before the people of the world begin to fight over safe ground. To be continued. No break. What do we have here, man, with the revolutionaries? I mean, they're really just, for the most part. Whoa, bro, camera went out? Bro, whole camera went out. Well, we'll see if he comes back. I'm still here, bro.
Oh, hey. Was that me or you?
That was you, bro. I'm still here.
That was me? Oh, I don't know what happened.
You clicked something?
Nope. My hands was off everything.
I was weak, bro. I was talking, sir. The screen went black. I was like, oh, room shambles?
Sorry.
Room shambles? Let me see if I'm.
I caught you finishing the panel though.
Yeah. So I was saying before. Let me make sure you pop back up on screen now. You should at least. Yeah, you're back. So yeah, the chapter ends just here. So it's, for the most part, it's the Revolutionary Army just letting, as well as what they said in Mary Joie with Garling, the Revolutionary Army letting us know, like, hey, there's going to be a lot of chaos. Shit is going to go down. And things are not about to be peaceful. It's about to turn to the purge.
Yeah. People are going to fight to survive.
Yeah. And at this point, like now, the water only has to rise one time for people to be like, oh, this is for real.
Yeah. I mean, didn't it? It already rose. What, 3 meters?
It rose, but that was before they got the message.
Right.
So they may not believe, or everybody didn't notice it.
Okay.
But I'm saying if they use this ancient weapon one more time, or if it is an ancient weapon, which let's assume it is, I don't know which one. Yeah, people were gonna be like, oh, it happened again. Once may be a coincidence. They don't know when Vegapunk recorded this, right? That could have been just like Vegapunk talking about it after the water rose and like theorizing. But if it happens again, second time is not a coincidence.
Yeah, people are gonna freak out. I
So
mean, my question is like the red line is the highest point in the world, and
yeah.
Dragon's over here saying that it won't be long before the people of the world begin to fight over safe grounds.
Hmm.
Doesn't the red line span the whole globe? Why don't people just like
Well,
live on different parts of the red line?
just because the government. I mean, you say the fact that you saying why don't as if that's not something that the celestial dragons don't want.
Mm, yeah, I
Like
don't know.
you're giving like the obvious. Why don't you all just move there because they don't want them living there?
Yeah, okay, that's true.
And like
That's
what are
kind
the
of true.
the means for getting up there is only through like that lift. You know what I mean? That's
Oh
by
yeah, that takes
Marine, the new
fucking
Marine
forever.
Ford. So like
Yeah.
you can't just casually going up the red line. If people could do that, people would have been doing that.
Hmm.
There would be no need for the entrance to where Laboon is. You know, what's they call it, reverse mountain. Like all those things wouldn't be a thing if that was an easy solution. So at this point, people are going to be looking for like higher elevated islands. So like what's his name? Iceberg wants to do a Water 7 now seems like the most valid idea ever.
Yeah. No, people. Yeah, things are gonna get really ugly, and I wonder what the Revolutionary Army's like first move is going to be. Because Dragon's over here saying this demands a swift resolution.
He ain't gonna do nothing, bro.
Is maybe not him, but the Revolutionary Army. Like, are they also gonna go after the One Piece, or are they gonna like full do a full frontal assault to
I
Mary Joie?
I think maybe Mary Joie. I just them going after the One Piece just like goes against what they stand for.
Yeah, but it's different now because now we know that the One Piece has the power to change the world. So the Revolutionary Army might actually have something to gain by doing so.
Yeah, it could be. It could be a way for everybody to kind of like end up in like a full frontal, like
I
a
mean, I
full
don't want them
war.
to go after the One Piece. I think it'd be better if they stayed, because like we already have all four Yonko that are gonna wanna go
Yeah.
after the One Piece. Throwing the Revolutionary Army in there is just too
Well,
much.
that's why I was against the decision when you said it. I was like, I think that that
Yeah.
just goes against what the Revolutionary Army has been trying to do, and for them to like sit here and go up against pirates, where like their main focus has been the world government and Mary Joie. Like I feel like them going after them is more efficient than going after the One Piece. And Dragon has shown to be a not waste resources kind of guy all throughout the series. Like he just don't be doing shit just to do shit, and that seems
Mhm.
like a more dangerous thing to the Revolutionary Army team to sit here and try to fight with pirates.
Yeah. No, I don't think it. I don't. I hope it doesn't happen. I
Yeah.
think that they have like different things to do. Um, but yeah, what are your thoughts on the chapter as a whole?
I mean, overall, I think this was a great get back chapter. You know, having that break, tons of details, something's happening and like developments for each chapter here. I mean, for each page here. I mean, seeing the Revolutionary Army kind of recontextualize things, getting things wrapped up, and knowing what's going to happen, what happens with the rest of the Vegapunks after us being confused with Lilith's response, seeing Saturn hold this fucking L,
Hmm.
seeing that the Celestial Dragons are struggling because of the Revolutionary Army's efforts. Your boy Garland getting the promotion, like we got a lot here,
Yeah.
and that's what's nice I think about chapters like this is because you don't need the action to make it a good chapter.
No. And honestly, for a lot of the things that we just went over, they only spanned 2 pages each. Rob Lucci was literally a page. Garland
Literally,
was
where I didn't even
two
bring up the
pages.
Rob Lucci development here.
Yeah, man, dude, so many things happens, and like the pacing felt right. Nothing felt rushed. I thought we got every moment we needed. I thought this was a 9 out of 10 chapter.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards 9 out of 10, maybe 10 out of 10. Because I can't say what more would I have wanted, so I want to kind of say 10 out of 10 at this point. Like, what could I have asked for? Now, do I? I have no idea what Stussy possibly is. Is still she on one of the Elbaf ships? Does she take a regular ship? Is she actually on Punk Records with Vegapunk being an assistant? With the Vegapunks being an assistant, maybe?
Right?
Who
You figure
knows?
Edison would have been like, "Yo, come to the Labo phase, come with us."
Well, he told her to just live her life. You know, like you know what it means to be like you know what it's like to be human.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes against the last words that Edison said to her.
Yeah, but still feel bad for her. I kind of also feel bad for Sentomaru, who's just like in a dinghy boat,
Just roll it
um,
away.
like
Just
crying because Vegapunk, who was like a grandfather figure, I'll say,
yeah.
like got killed.
A lot of people suffered from this egghead, you know, incident. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think Oda did a great job. Like, how many chapters was this shit? We got to Egghead. This is 1125. I'm not sure if we're still technically in Egghead and we're not in whatever the next arc is. And I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see the next where we're actually gonna be, or if it's Elbaf. You know what I mean? For like another 2 chapters, maybe 3.
Yeah, for sure. I think that we're going to get a little bit more exposition on things that are going on around the world, or we could be absolutely wrong and they'll pull off to the shores of Elbaf next chapter.
I mean, hey, listen, people thought we were going to
Ooh,
Elbaf after we left Wano, right? And we ended up at
yeah.
Egghead. So don't
Maybe
ever.
we'll get bounty reveals in the next 2 chapters.
Ooh, what are your bounty theories? You got any bounty
Ah,
theories? Well, not
man.
exact numbers, but like ballpark maybe.
I think Luffy's definitely going to get into the two. Wait, he's 3 billion right
Three
now.
bill flat.
He's definitely going to get that 4.
Okay.
I think he'll definitely get that 4 because I think that really like puts him above other people in his like him and Law and Kid after Kid just got washed can't be on the same level. Law also took an L. Maybe actually we'll also probably get an update on Law and see where he's at.
Mm.
I don't think we'll get an update on Kid for a while. I mean, maybe an Elbaf,
If
but
kids,
right now,
now I'm mad because at this point now I'm sitting here thinking like, man, Oda, did you really like not kill Kid?
yeah, no, I mean he definitely didn't kill Kid. I don't think so.
You think Shakes had pity and brought him back up from
No,
drowning?
I think Killer saved Kid. I think
Killer
Killer.
can't swim.
Oh, because of the smile fruit. Damn.
Yo, you're like the third person I had to tell that to. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, Killer can't swim, nigga.
Man, I forgot about that because he ain't got no powers. But
He gonna hit you with the.
woo, 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 woo. Yeah, I think Kid's still alive though. But yeah, I think we'll get an update on Law. I
Yeah,
think we're gonna get bounties. I don't know if every Straw Hat's bounty is gonna go up,
I
but I
think
think
100%. They have
I
to.
know Frankie's is definitely gonna go up because he was taken out by admirals.
Well, the way this has worked for the Straw Hats at least is if you're present, your bounty goes up, and everybody was present, right?
Yeah, Robbins is gonna go up.
Like I think maybe nah, they think they might shit on Chopper again. Not that
No, they for sure will. He didn't go into Monster Point, so they didn't see anything.
yeah. I think like everybody. I definitely think that Usopp will go to
I don't even know what his
one
bounty
point
is right
five.
now. 1.5 billion?
I think everybody gets $1 billion added.
No, 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 no. Because you have to think about Big Mom's crew. She's the Yonko crew too, and Katakuri was the billion berry man. Nobody
Yeah,
else was at a billion.
yeah, but guess what? The Big Mom Pirates ain't caused an Egghead Island incident. Nor did they fight the Gorosei. Nor did they piss Emu off. This is what the Straw Hats did here. Don't sleep on it, bro. This is not something that's been done before.
That's
Even
true.
Roger's closest thing is God Valley.
Well, that we know of.
I mean,
Bounty is
we have to
Usopp's bounty is
assume.
at 500 million.
That's what I said.
So
I think everybody gets a bill. I think Luffy gets 1.5 bill maybe plus.
right. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That'll put him in the 4 bill.
Yeah, because I think that'll make him 4 or 5. That'll make Zoro close to Mihawk, because whatever this next bounty will be I think the last bounty increase.
Yeah, for sure. We're not getting another one after this.
And I know some people think that Luffy is going to hit 5.6 because the 56 thing for his birthday and
Yeah, the
shit.
Gomu.
And then like they
Maybe
want it
by
to
the
be
end of the
over.
story.
They want it to be over Rogers, but I don't think there'll be a bounty system. So that's what I'm saying. Like if you're saying by the end, I'm like I don't think there'll be bounties in the end.
Why not? There will still be evil pirates roaming the world for sure.
Uh,
The Marines are still going to be around.
we gotta see. We have to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you got any final thoughts before we close out the vid?
No, no. I mean, again, this was a great chapter. I loved the pacing. I love the exposition that we're getting on other things that are going around in the world. Can't wait to see what comes next. Whether or not it's Elbaf, whether or not it's more background stuff. I kind of hope for that in between world background stuff.
Yeah.
I don't need Elbaf right now. I'm good.
I'm good.
It's all this other stuff that happens that's just so interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And just a farewell to bitch ass nigga Saturn.
Deuces.
We love to see it. Oda, you did right by the fan base by making this man suffer. So we'll close out here. Thank you guys again for checking out this stream. If you catch it after the fact, we greatly appreciate it. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave us with a like, leave us with a comment. Let us know your thoughts on One Piece chapter 1125. Make sure you follow us on all socials as